welcome back to another video with me, Diamond Racing. Today we're going to talk about the Spa Grand Prix, our top 10, our top 3 worst drivers, and the standings going into Hungary. This is the standings that is before the Spa GP, just to refresh yourself. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about the race first, and it's been a very frustrating hour and a half just sitting there doing nothing. Like everywhere you see on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, you'll just see people complaining. I'm going to do the same just because it was dumb. I'm not going to say much more than that because it's just the dumb decision by the FIA, and they robbed us of something very great. I'm not happy about how the Piastri Norris fight went because Norris pitted a lap later. He was 8 seconds behind. If that was like wet conditions and it gradually went, Piastri could have made a lead like 5 seconds or something. We could have had an awesome fight, and yeah, they like made it the worst time to go racing. I'm not happy. But let's talk about our top 10, our point scorers, and our top 3 worst drivers. Let's start with that. My top 3 worst drivers is Colapinto, Nico Hulkenberg, and Yuki Tsunoda. All of them, I think Colapinto in particular had a very awful weekend, and yeah, he just sucked. I'm very scared that he's going to lose his job to Bottas if he doesn't do anything good in Hungary. Hulkenberg, no pace against Gabby. It's very weird to say, I know. Not even in qualifying, not even in the race. It's just very weird because Hulkenberg just got a podium. So yeah. And last driver, Tsunoda, same old. He actually got into Q3, but both his sprint sessions and the race wasn't good, but he didn't do too bad. But all the other drivers just did better. New setup, as you can see, still trying to get used to it. There's a flashlight in my eye, so that's why I'm not making eye contact with you guys. Let's go to the top 10, but let's talk about 2 honorable mentions, which is going to be Norris and Lawson. Lawson did a very good job, second best of all the Red Bull drivers, so scored some good points, but wasn't consistently ahead of Hadjar. I'm not sure what happened to Hadjar in the race. If someone would let me know in the comments, that'd be awesome because he finished like 20th and it was a lap down, I think. Okay, Norris, not much to say. He actually destroyed him in sprint qualifying by like 6 tenths. Sprint, he was faster than Piastri, but he didn't overtake him. Qualifying, he was just marginally ahead, but he made a mistake. He had battery issues. Norris let Piastri overtake him, and then the rest, I think if he didn't have the slow pit stop, maybe he might have caught up and overtaken him. Piastri was just solid with that tyre, and Norris just made too many mistakes. I think Piastri had more degraded tyres, and he made less mistakes. That's why he's not in the top 10. Let's start with our first point scorer, scoring 1 point. It's going to be Alexander Albon. A very good job if you ask me, qualifying 5th in the proper qualifying. Finished 6th, that's amazing. His sprint wasn't that good, that's why he's only 10th. Sainz definitely outperformed him in the sprint. He wasn't very good there. I'm not even sure what I can say about that. But yeah, Alexander Albon is 10th, sorry. 9th, scoring 2 points, is going to be Esteban Ocon. Decent week all around. I think he scored very good in the sprints. Did a very good sprint qualifying. His qualifying, proper qualifying was also very good, but the race is where he fell off. Didn't have the pace like Behrman did. And Behrman is a rookie, keeping Antonelli behind, which was good, but yeah, just didn't make it work like Behrman did on the tyre. And Behrman just showed off more skill over the whole weekend. Well, that's not true. Behrman did a good job being consistent, and it was better in the race itself. Okay. 8th is going to be Carlos Sainz, scoring 4 points. His sprint weekend was amazing. I think he qualified 6th or 7th, I'm not sure, probably 6th. And in the sprint race itself, did a very good job. The sprint was very boring, not much happened, so that was very hard to rank. His qualifying was not very good, and he had bad luck in the race itself. having a grid penalty and then the strategy didn't work for him. He still tried his best. The reason he is above Albon is because I think his race was better than Albon's sprint race, and vice versa. I think it was quite equal. Okay, seventh is going to be George Russell, scoring 6 points. He also had a very good race and qualifying, but once again a very poor sprint race and sprint qualifying. Antonelli just showed that there was some problems with the car. Russell also struggling to get out of Q2 and couldn't make as many moves in the sprint race. Qualifying itself did a very good job. Qualifying sixth behind Albon. I'm not sure if that should call that a good qualifying, but just seeing where the pace is with Antonelli, I just think, yeah, he was close to Verstappen at some point, but Verstappen just had much better pace. So that's why he is only seventh. Sixth is going to be Oscar Piastri, scoring 8 points. Why is our winner so low? Let me tell you, did a very good qualifying in sprints. That is definitely true. Top 3 there. His sprint race though, that wasn't very good. He lost the lead from Verstappen, like Norris lost the lead to himself, Piastri, I mean. And yeah, Norris just had more pace, was keeping up with him, but they was like super far behind, so that kind of against his favor. He had a decent but not good qualifying session. Couldn't beat Lando's first time, and then the race itself was very good. He didn't do any mistakes. The drivers in front of him just had a more consistent weekend. Yeah, I think he still had a very very good weekend. I just think the people in front of him, it was very close. With the sprint, it's usually very close. But yeah, Piastri did have a good weekend, but I think he could have had a better one. If he won, I think the sprint race he would probably be first. But yeah, that's all I can say now. Fifth place, scoring 10 points, is going to be Oliver Behrman. He had a very good weekend, being the best rookie, full season rookie. Both qualifyings was very close to Ocon, and both race in the sprint race, I think he was very close to him. That's why he is ahead of Ocon, because it was consistent, and then the race was amazing. He had a very good race. I think he finished P11th, but he had a very good race. You can see where the car was. He tried his best. He was very close to Gasly at the end. So what can you say? Although Behrman did have a good job. No, sorry, he's not the best rookie. I'll take that back. We'll see who the best rookie was. Fourth place is going to be Pierre Gasly, scoring 12 points. He could have been higher, but he did not participate in the sprint race, so I couldn't grade him on that. I could only grade him on his very good qualifying performance in the sprint qualifying. So that's why he is only fourth, because the average wise he would have been higher. But fourth for Pierre Gasly, because of his astonishing qualifying again, top 10, while Colapinto was 18, 17, something like there. The actual qualifying, normal qualifying, wasn't too good. Well, it was good, it was like 13th, 12th. And then the race, score points once again, crazy. Made a strategy work, aggressive, did some overtakes. Yeah, scored a point. I'm glad, as a Pierre Gasly fan, also nice to see. Okay, podium contenders time. Okay, third place, our bronze medalist, Charles Leclerc. Very consistent weekend. I think he was definitely the better of the two Ferraris, if you see how much Hamilton struggles. So I'm not sure if just Hamilton struggling or the car's hard to drive. If it is, Leclerc's doing an amazing job. Beat Verstappen and is third in the race and sprint, the race and normal qualifying. His sprint race wasn't that good. He was close to, he did overtake Norris, which was very good. But then he fell away, not sure if that was car related or skill. And his sprint qualifying was also not too bad, seeing where Hamilton was. I think Hamilton had the better race overall, but the rest of the week Leclerc definitely cleared. That's why you won't even hear me talk about Hamilton, because he had very, very bad weekend in my opinion, except for the race. Our runner-up spot is going to go to Max Verstappen, scoring 18 points, getting the runner-up spot. He did such a good job this weekend. Let's start with sprint qualifying, very close. He won the sprint, which was amazing with the great overtake the first lap, and then Piastri couldn't make his way through, which is consistent. He didn't have the best actual qualifying, and Yuki was quite close. I know Yuki has the new floor, but still, it's the closest they've been in a while. And if Max can get that new floor next race, it's scary to think if Yuki is doing that good. And then race itself, it was a boring race. It didn't happen much. Leclerc ran away and Verstappen ran away from Russell. I wouldn't say run away, it was quite close at the end. But still, it was a boring race. We didn't see much action, so it's hard to judge. But Verstappen is second, very consistent weekend. But the driver I think is the best of this weekend. My winner for the rankings is going to be Gabriel Bortoleto. Before you get everything twisted, he did an amazing job. Quicker than Hulkenberg on pure pace on the race. He asked for them to let him through. That says something. That's really, really rare for a rookie. For a rookie to do that with his senior driver, and that driver got a podium in the previous weekend. Top 10 both qualifying, while Hulkenberg was in the normal qualifying 13th, and in sprint qualifying like 18th. Sprint race 1 place away from scoring points. That is very good for someone new in the sport. I'm not sure how he usually did in Spa in F2. So that's why he is my driver of the weekend. Gabriel Bortoleto, full 25 points for him. What does that mean for the standings? Well, let's check. Whew. Okay. Verstappen leads away with 58 points. He's really running away. And Piastri overtakes Russell, just 2 points separating them. And Leclerc jumps up to 4th, 2 points separating him from Russell. Alonso and Albon drop 2 places behind. Gasly overtakes Hadjar for 8th place. He has 79 points now. Hulkenberg still a stable 10th, but Behrman jumps 2 places, equal of 51 points with Antonelli. Very close with the previous Prema duo. Hamilton, Ocon both drop 1. Bortoleto jumps till 15th. With that good job, he's only 5 points behind Ocon now. And that means Lawson and Stroll drop 2 places. Sainz scores a few good points in 20. He has 20 now, but still in 18th. Tsunoda 8, Colapinto 6. Let's see how the team standing looks. Who has the best driver lineup and who still has a good driver lineup. McLaren still lead the way by far with, well, not very far, 31 points. Red Bull overtakes Mercedes just because of Verstappen. He's just that good. Ferrari closes the gap to Mercedes, and Aston Martin score no points. Williams overtake Racing Bulls with 5 points. State overtakes Haas. They're now over the 100 mark, and Haas dropped down to 97 with 9th. And Alpine is just 12 points away from Haas. Next race is going to be Hungary, and after that I'm going to give you my mid-season break, and then we're going to look at the averages as well. So if you're keen on that stuff, who do you think is going to win this championship? Max is running away with it at the moment, but anything can happen. It's a interesting sport. Max is just the best driver at this moment, so maybe he'll run away with this championship instead of the other one. If he gets that cool upgrades that Yuki has, maybe he can do both. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll be doing more videos. It's been a busy few weeks. I'm trying to get my calendar video out and my What If series. So if you like those kinds of things, please let me know. And what do you think of the rankings? Who would you replace who with, and who do you think I got wrong or got right? Let me know. Thank you for watching.